Hi, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. So, for years, I've been saying what the root cause of all violence stems from, and I will get into that here in a sec. And this is probably going to be a lengthy post, but it is so important that we focus on this one thing. So, I'm going to tell you about my online course. It's a 12-week online course every Monday, 1 to 1.5 hours on a Zoom live online call, and lots of visuals and aids and helps homework throughout the week. And it starts September 16th and it goes to December 2nd. It's for ages 18 on up. This class is for those who are wanting to heal spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. I dealt with depression for over 30 plus years. I dealt with suicidal thoughts. I dealt with anger and resentment, not knowing how to get past my hurt and pain from all the past trauma in my childhood and into my adult years. I didn't know how to let go. I was stuck. I didn't love myself. I didn't have a good relationship with God. I didn't think I was worthy to have a relationship with God. And so I hit rock bottom and in the fall of 2015, and I relied solely on God because I knew that that's where my strength could come from. I was victim for so long. I had played the victim card. I had played the blame game, the name calling, the whatever you name it that is completely unhealthy. I just was in victim mode, and until I was willing to humble myself and submit myself to God, I was able to heal spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And let me tell you, your healing isn't a one and done. It's not like you have these boxes to check off like, hey, I've got forgiveness down, I've got love down, I've got patience down. No, it is continually ongoing. So I'm not here to say I have life down perfectly. But I have gone on 9 years without depression or suicidal thoughts. That is huge. I didn't think that was possible for me, and I didn't turn to the medical route. I turned to a holistic, God-based healing that helped me get past all of the trauma and things. And I am so grateful for these tools that I share them with others. So go ahead and click on the link. If you have any questions, invite somebody in your family, a best friend, to join on this journey with you of healing your heart, mind, and soul, all on a spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical level. You are worth it. Invest in yourself. Okay, so what is it, the root cause of all the violence? Whether we're talking about sexual abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, all the heartache that we go through, what is the bottom root cause of it all? Your heart health. Heart health. We don't have a gun problem in this country. We have a heart problem. We don't have a drug problem in this country. Well, yes, we do, but it stems from heart problems. They're not feeling love for themselves or others around them. It all stems with the heart, and the scriptures talk about it and goes into detail about it, and I'll get here in a sec. But our health heart, it is so important to take a daily inventory. Yes, I said daily. A daily inventory of where your heart is. Where is your heart? My heart was not in a good place for 30 plus years. Where is your heart truly? Are you willing to go there? Are you willing to look at where your heart is? Let's ask some questions right now to get you thinking. Okay, do you feel like you are hard-hearted or soft-hearted? Do you feel like you are heavy-hearted or light-hearted? Do you feel like you are living half-heartedly or wholeheartedly? Where is your heart? The scriptures say many times where it's the Lord speaking, God speaking, and he talks about people drawing close to him with their lips, their mouth. They're really great at drawing close to him with their lips, but their hearts are far from him. Yeah, I can relate. I've been there. And it's so important that we see where our hearts are lined. What our hearts and feelings, they're all the same. Whatever you're feeling, that's where your heart is. If you are feeling grudge, resentment, holding bitter feelings, that's where your heart is. That's your heart health. Where are your emotions for the majority of the time? Our heart health is so important on a spiritual, emotional, mental level because we need to address it in those levels, our heart, because it affects our physical well-being of our heart. So where is your heart? It is so important to focus on healing our heart. You know, and heart and thoughts, our thoughts and our feelings all tie into our heart. When we have our mind and our heart working together to heal, this is where healing comes from. God is within us. God has, God and Christ are in us. The scriptures validate that. I feel it. I hope you feel it. But God planted in your heart, long before you came here, a seed, a seed. You know, I think we agreed to some experiences that we would be experiencing in this life before we got here, long before we got here. And, you know, a lot of them aren't pleasant. I get it. A lot of them are beautiful. So it's important that we nurture the heart and we nurture the mind together. We can nurture heart and mind. Where are you at with your heart health? Do you wish ill or good for others around you? And I'm talking about not ill or good towards your friends and the people you have a easy time getting along with. I'm talking about your enemies, the people that have done harm to you, the people that don't think nice of you, and you know it. Where is your heart and mind towards those people or groups of people? Where is your heart and mind towards them? That is huge. It's easy to love people that like us and get along with us, but where is our heart towards those who are not in alignment with our beliefs or our thoughts or whatever, whether it's in your own household, your communities, maybe a person halfway across the world, maybe they said something to offend you, and now you're sending out those hate daggers or whatever. You guys, it is so important where our heart is. Our heart is connected with God. And we can, if you feel like you're hard-hearted, I was hard-hearted, and I still need to soften my heart in a lot of areas. It's important to focus on softening our heart. Prayer is the best tool we can use to soften our hearts, soften our minds, soften our hearts, and meditating and picture your heart softening and opening your heart up to others outside yourself, opening your heart to God, developing that relationship that He wants with each one of His children. God does not force Himself onto anybody. He loves everyone equally. He has just this, we can't even imagine the love that God has for each one of us. He has this deep, deep, deep love, just the same for me as He does you, as He does to every other person that has been or will be or are on the planet. This love is immense. And you know that I feel like the number one reason we are sent here on this earth is to learn how to have this God-like love, to learn how to become more Christ-like. Christ emanated this love. And you know, I've thought about this topic because I'm teaching a Sunday school lesson this Sunday, and it really, the downfall of every society, the downfall of people, the downfall of you is where your heart is. Where is your heart? That is why it is so important. And if you have to do it more than one time a day, doing a heart health check, do a heart health check. It matters where your heart is, because where your heart is where your words are. It's where your actions are. It's where everything lies. Soften your heart. Open your heart. That's another one I didn't think to put, but closed-hearted, open-hearted. Open your heart. Be willing to be receptive to others, to teach to others around you to teach you something new that you don't know. We don't know it all. There's no one on this planet that knows it all. It's important that we open our minds and our hearts to become softened. And it's important. Maybe we have heavy hearts. Maybe we have a lot of heaviness weighing down on us. How can we lift that weight? How can we take it to God and Christ to where our burdens become lighter? It works, I promise. I've been there. We all have our hard times. So please, for your health, for your physical health, heart health, besides walking and eating heart-healthy foods, really get into an alignment. Your thoughts, your spiritual, your emotional, and your mental working together to heal your heart. God wants us to have healed hearts. He wants us to work on healing our hearts. When we are willing to heal our hearts, when we have this desire to have open hearts, a desire to live wholeheartedly, a desire to have softened hearts, a desire to just be more like God, He will help soften our hearts. He will help open our minds. When we go to God, we're humble. We are open to constructive criticism. We are open to hear the thoughts of others. We're ready to understand. It is so important. That is a huge part of the healing that can take place in our country. Whatever country you live in, it is important that if each individual would focus on their heart health. Where is my heart today? Do I wish love, light, healing for others around me? Or am I sending out those daggers of harmful thoughts and ill will wishing for others? It affects our health. Where are we at? We can love, we can wish love, and we can wish blessings on others that have hurt us. This is how we heal our heart. You know, the prophets in the Book of Mormon, the Bible, whatever scripture you study, the prophets have such a deep love for God that this deep love extends out to themselves and others around them. But when people do harmful, hurtful things to them, or when they've done harmful things to them and their loved ones, they're grieved. They're grieved because of the wickedness. They're grieved because their soul is in jeopardy. They don't wish for them to die or to put this bad omen or whatever you want to say on other people. No, these prophets they're heartsick, and their hearts are heavy, and they're grieved, and their hearts pour out to God, and they pray for these people that are doing harmful things to other people. Their hearts are sorrowful, their hearts are moved, and this is where we need to get on an individual basis of healing our hearts, becoming one with God, so that we could start to have that self-love and love to others outside ourselves. Because we won't have this love for others outside ourselves if we don't truly have this love for God and ourselves. So that is the number one root cause of why everything takes place, is where our heart is. Where is your heart? Where are the hearts of others? Are you going to lash out at others and blame them for the things that they're doing, whether it's good or bad? My goodness, we need to focus on our heart. We need to focus on healing. We need to focus on healing spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. And it starts with where our heart is. So please like and subscribe to my channel. Share it with others. I'm here to help others heal on their journey. I know it's possible. I'm walking living proof daily. I love God. I'm trying to be more like Him every day. I falter, but it's so important that we check our heart health, because life happens and different circumstances are thrown our way all the time, and our heart health is going to be tested. It is. What are we going to do with the information that's thrown with us at all times? I'm telling you, God and Jesus Christ are the number one healers. So please like and subscribe to my channel. God bless, and until next time, bye.